Hi everyone, welcome back to this album. I know it's been a while. I was busy with those Christmas kits, but I'm going to get started with an accordion folded photo mat here. And what I'm simply doing is I'm flipping it over back and forth and making a score at the same place. And the reason I'm flipping it over is so that I can fold it like an accordion. And this is just another way that you can get a lot of photos in a smaller album like this. I'm just folding it back and forth and then burnishing the edges. And now I'm folding a smaller piece, and this is so I can attach it to a chipboard frame that I have for this album. So I'm just putting adhesive on one side so I can attach it to the chipboard frame. Stick it down there, just a nice tight hold. And now I'm going to put adhesive on one edge of my accordion folder mat and also on the folded piece. And now I'm going to just quickly cover the chipboard with this pattern paper from the Basic Gray Mellow collection and inking the edges in Colorbox Fluid Chalk ink in Chestnut Roan. And now I'm covering the back of the accordion folder with adhesive so I can put it down on the page. Here I'm using a paintbrush to paint Glimmer Mist on the top and bottom of just the chipboard frame, not the cardstock. And in a second I'll show you why I'm doing it like this, why I'm not covering the whole thing in Glimmer Mist. When it's closed, you see how it sticks out the bottom a little bit? That's the part that I wanted to be Glimmer Misted. And now I'm just going to attach this other chipboard piece that says Fabulous, and I'm going to stick it to the front of the frame. And now I imagine when it's open that someone can put a picture facing the hole in the frame, and that will cover up the rest of the chipboard. That's why I didn't cover all the chipboard in Glimmer Mist. So now I'm working on the next page. This is a tag from Daisy D's from way back when they were making stuff for Recollections, and I'm going to make a library card style pocket for it. So I'm just a library card pocket is basically just a trifold pocket. So that's what I'm making now. So I'm making the scores so I can make it a trifold pocket. And here I'm just trimming off the excess on the end here. And I'm going to use this piece that I trimmed off to make a flap on the bottom of the pocket. I didn't have enough chipboard, or excuse me, cardstock to fold the entire bottom. But this little piece will hold the tag in it just fine. So I'm putting adhesive on both sides of it. I'm going to stick it to the tag, and then I'm going to fold the sides over, and I'm going to score the sides. And then once everything's been folded, I'm going to put the glue on the flap and fold the two sides over so that they make contact with the flap and with each other, and that makes a pocket. And then for that to just slide right in. So I'm just going to decorate the pocket a little bit and stick it down on the page. I'm just going to ink the edges of the pocket and of this Scenic Route grid paper. And I'm going to glue the Scenic Route grid paper to the pocket. And glue the pocket to the page. And now I just want to put a little bit more decoration, so I sprayed this Flourish with Glimmer Mist and Suede, and I'm just kind of figuring out where on the page I want it. And I like it like that, so I'm going to cover the back in glossy accents and adhere it down. This Flourish is Grunge Board. So on to the next layout. I'm going to do some stamping with a set from Inkadinkadoo. It's Thankful. It says gratitude is an action word. So I'm just stamping in chestnut roan, and I'm creating a file folder. And the stamping is gonna decorate the front of the folder. So I'm just folding this piece of cardstock in half and around the edges of everything and ink all the edges up. And now I'm attaching the file folder tab, which is a punch from McGill that I have and I use quite frequently. And I'm adhering this decoration to the front. My stamped piece. Just testing it to make sure it works. Now I'm taking the basic gray bling. This is an orange color, and I'm adding 2 pieces to the tab just as some sparkle and decoration. Now here's an accordion folder that I made earlier and didn't use on the page I made it for. So I'm just going to stick it inside, and you make it the same way you make any accordion folder. You know, it's not, no special technique. So I'm going to ink the edges of these sheets of paper, and I'm going to stamp directly on these background sheets before I glue them down to the page. And this is another stamp set from Inkadinkado. It's Flourish is made from leaves. It's actually really pretty. And I'm just stamping it twice so it looks like a continuous line of leaves going across the page. And then this one is from the same stamp set. It's yet another Flourish made of leaves, and I'm just going all around the edges to make a flourishy leaf frame around the page. And all this stamping is done in Colorbox Fluid Chalk ink and chestnut roan. And I'm just going to put some journaling spots on every other panel in the accordion fold. And I'm going to glue the whole file folder down to the page. And it's actually going to be glued down to the page on the right. What you think of as the second page in the layout. And this is a grunge board arrow that I've sprayed with Glimmer Mist. Getting my hole punch, like my small 1/16 hole punch, and I'm punching a hole in the end of the arrow, the not pointy side, and then also through the chipboard sheet. And I'm attaching the arrow to the chipboard sheet with the brad. And this is going to act as a photo turn and hold the folder closed, so that the accordion folder won't pop open and fall out when someone's going through the album. See? Here's another piece of chipboard that I covered with that same technique I used earlier with the crackle paint, the regular paint, and the Glimmer Mist and the glossy accents. And now I'm just going through with my foam tape and putting it on the back so I can use this as a pocket to hold some tags. And this is going to go on the page on the left, or the first page in the layout, in the bottom corner. I'm just going to remove the adhesive and stick it down. You see there it's stuck down. And now I'm using some tags from My Mind's Eye that had barcodes on the back because they're sold open stock. And so I just need to cover that up, and I'm going to use Making Memories ledger paper to cover the backs. That'll give additional room for journaling as well as hide the ugly barcode. So just gluing it down and trimming it out with my craft knife, inking the edges. There's going to be 3 tags. You'll see them all in a second here. So these are the 3 tags. That one has a family tree, which is a frame, and then this little colored strip. And I'm just arranging them how I like. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video where I'll show you the entire completed album. Bye!